Number 19. Let X represent 100 bicycles built, and C of X equal that equation, represent the average cost per bicycle manufactured in hundreds of dollars. How many bicycles should the shop build to minimize the average cost per bicycle? So, in case you haven't thought about economics, if you were only going to make one bicycle from scratch in your garage, you would have to mold the metal, you would have to attach the gears, you have to do all sorts of things. For one bicycle, there's going to be a lot of cost because you have to go out and buy all the equipment for it. If you build 2 bicycles, well, then that cost gets averaged out. Likewise, if you do that with 100 bicycles, then the costs get more averaged out and more reasonable. Okay. X is going to represent the number of bicycles in hundreds. And C is going to represent our cost. You might think, well, that would just be a straight line. It's not going to be a parabola. Well, eventually, when you make hundreds and hundreds of bicycles, eventually you're going to have to buy more equipment because the equipment will get wore out. So then your costs start going down again and then back up. So you do have a parabola in some perspective. Since we're after a minimize, we are looking at finding the vertex. So we're going to calculate the vertex just like we normally do. We're using X, so I'll stay with X, and it equals negative B over 2A. So X will be negative from the formula, and then the B is a negative 16, so that's going to end up being a positive. And we're dividing by 2 multiplied with 0.5. Which ends up being 16 because 2 times 0.5 is 1. Once I have the X value, remember X is standing for hundreds of bicycles, so we're making 1,600 bicycles. Now I'm going to take that value and I'm going to substitute it in the equation. I'm going to use C instead of the letter Y because our equation has a C. And our cost is going to equal 0.5 multiplied with 16 squared minus 16 times 16 plus 4.621. And then grab technology. That's an interesting one. So I'm coming up with a negative value. Is anybody else coming up with a negative? Yeah? And I just wiped my screen off because I didn't believe it. Okay. So, Aaliyah, what did you come up with? Yeah, so I came up with 2. Okay, what would the interpretation of this be? Yeah.
That they're spending more than...
That's right. Very good. So if they make 1,600 bicycles, they're going to be losing $123.38 per bicycle, which tells me I would not want to minimize things here. I'd instead want to look at my graph and a picture and try to figure out what's going to give me the best situation. Try a different product, right? Different parts.